What is good, my journeys? What is good, my journeys? Listen, healing your inner child. Let's talk about it, man. So many of us, we've been through so much within our life, within our childhood, and some of us have never been the same. Now, I don't know what you've experienced, but I want to talk about the parent side of influencing our inner child. So any parents out there watching this video, I'm not bashing you, just simply giving you my experience and a better outlook on your kids or anybody you've watched over. Let's get into it, okay? Your parents is the first people that you learn from, that you observe, that you also love. And many families have toxic relationships, and that creates a lot of inner trauma within a child. Because some of you guys watching this video, you've never felt safe in your family. You've never felt safe with your mom and dad because maybe they argued your whole childhood. But I'm here to tell you that it is time to heal. I've been taking the time to forgive my parents. And I'm gonna drop this gem for you guys, man. Look at your parents as individual souls, meaning people that have came to earth just like me and you and still are learning, but they just had kids. Now I know that might sound crazy, but look at it from that angle, meaning that they are still learning. And that's what helped me heal some of my inner child. I said, okay, I get it. Yes, they argued. Yes, they fought, and it hurt me to my core, and I'm still healing. But I seen, okay, Jacob, they're learning too. They're learning as well. Not giving them no excuse. So watching this video, don't think I'm giving your parents an excuse, because I'm not. We're gonna get to that later, okay? But learning that they are learning also. And they have things that have happened to them in their inner child seasons or era in their life. Their parents have hurt them. And it's like this domino effect, right? But your parents have caused a lot of pain within you. Maybe you don't love yourself. Maybe you don't respect you. You feel like you can't do anything because your mom or your dad always told you that you couldn't do it, that you weren't worthy, you'll never do this. And that's why it's hard for you to even really find love, because you've watched your parents fight and argue your whole life, so you don't even know where to start. Or you're so afraid to love because you don't want to go through what your mom went through, what your dad went through, or whoever that was watching over you. But I'm here to tell you that take a little time to reflect and heal. And that's what I've been doing. Like I told you guys, I've literally had to, this month, forgive my parents, because I had a lot of anger towards my parents. And it's crazy, I'm hearing ringing in my right ear, that's crazy. But I had a lot of anger towards them because I've never felt safe in my household, never. And I know you guys looking at me, you might think like, dang, Jacob, you look happy, you look good. Like, I didn't know that you've been through childhood trauma. Yes. I felt unsafe in my household, man. I felt like an outcast on certain things because I was so deep and spiritual. But let me drop this gem also. Don't let anyone tell you that your experience within the same household was not real, because your experience might have been totally different than your brothers and your sisters. We'll come to that later as well, okay? But yeah, man, I've been through it, and I've literally had to heal. I was just asking Spirit, like, Spirit, can you help me forgive my parents? Can you help me release this anger and this frustration? And I remember I had to isolate myself for a while from my parents to really discover Jacob, because a lot of times when we're in these relationships and these bonds, we start to build these identities that this is me, because you've been hearing it your whole life. Oh, you ain't gonna be nothing, da-da-da, this and that. So I had to really release myself into the real world and really heal. And like I said, ask Spirit for healing and confirmation and just the vision of forgiving them. And I'm at a place now where I'm forgiving them. And it feels beautiful, bro, to be at this place. But some of you guys are not there yet. Let me talk to you, okay? But you will have that pain when your parents are not accepting of what they've caused in your life. Hey, I get it. Some parents, they ain't like mine. You know what I'm saying? Well, later in life, they're going to come to you and say, hey, I'm sorry for everything we did to y'all. I'm sorry y'all had to witness this. And now they're fixing their relationship, but some parents don't. Some of them are so conniving, so disrespectful, so rude, so nasty, bro. I've seen it. Like, I remember when this girl was telling me about how her mom was choosing another man over her. And I remember she wanted to come stay with us. And my mom was open to it. She was like, look, we got another room, baby. You come on over here and stay. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that. I've heard so many stories of girls, if I can say this, you know, sorry to my women if this triggers you, but getting touched on by the mom's boyfriends. That creates some type of pain, and you probably spoke out and they didn't believe you. So now you're like the liar of the family. Yeah, that's deep. I'm gonna take a pause for my people that have been through that. Let's take a little pause for them, okay? Because I know they getting triggered right now, but I'm not here to trigger you in a bad way, all right? But you're not a liar. You're just talking about the things you've experienced within that bond. And like I said, many parents won't accept the things they've caused to you because it takes reflecting on their own selves and their own life and what they've been through. And that takes a lot of courage. What did I say at the beginning of the video? Look at your parents as individual beings, meaning they came here just like us with experiences, with pain, and with trauma. But it doesn't make it right because they are guardian. They have to create the space where we are safe, okay? But love who you are. Like I said, I've literally had to forgive my parents. And it's tough, bro. But I'm willing to go through this because I know I must go through this to get to the next stage of my life. Because I can't keep holding on to this anger and this hurt. Now, is it there? For sure. It's there, it's loud. But I'm not going to suppress it like I used to when I was younger. Another gem I want to drop for you is stop fighting your parents' battles. Because I feel like some of you guys, you're still taking sides. I was a mommy's boy, so I used to always take my mom's sides. Whenever they'll fight, I'll be there right behind my mama, defending them. You know what I'm saying? Going right at my dad. And that has caused a lot of, like, not deep separation, but separation from me and my father. But our relationship is getting better. I'm happy about that. I prayed about it. But let me break it down to you, man. Stop fighting your parents' battles. Because it is not yours. They insecurities and traumas was here way before you was even thought of or brought into existence. Stop fighting their battles. Because I remember I had to step back and say, okay, I'm always taking my mama's side. Let me remove myself. Let me stop fighting. And when I did that, it did wonders for my life. Because I seen that, okay, this is not my battle to fight. I didn't cause this. I didn't create this. So why do I feel like I have to fix it? And some of you guys feel the same way. You feel like you have to fix things in your family, but you didn't cause it. This was here way before you even came. But like I said, a lot of parents, they will create the scenario that it's your fault. Like I said, it's so many levels to a parent, man. But I'm going to just say this too. No one wants to hate their parent. No one wants to hate the person that gave birth to them. Bro, I hated it. I hate hating my parents, bro. It killed me every single day. And if you're watching this video, you know what I mean. You know what I mean when you hate the people that you want to love. In the sense of you just so hurt. But you don't hate them, you just hurt. And that was me for a long time. Until I got by myself and I was able to really sit with my spirit and heal Jacob and relearn who Jacob was without being judged. And I really come to this camera to vent most of the time, to just tell you guys what I'm experiencing, what I'm saying, and just let it be whole. Some of you guys connect with that and you vibe with it and I'm part of your journey, right? But literally, this is why I created Jacob's Journey, because I was going through so much childhood trauma and pain. And I was also learning about myself at the same time. And that's really what helped me, is like my ancestors being there in my corner, teaching me and guiding me and aiding me on so many levels. And I consider you connecting with like your ancestors and understanding the ancestry lineage and the the curses that have been brought upon your family bloodline. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with doing that, don't do that. But for me, I've always been in tune with the spiritual realm, so it's not really hard for me to understand my ancestors or my angels or, spirit itself, right? But really taking a deep dive into your family's trauma and pain would help you on your inner child journey. So I'm going to bring back this topic right here. Don't let anyone tell you that your experiences within the family wasn't real. Just because you guys grew up in the same household doesn't mean you guys will have the same experience. You guys' experiences will be different. So let me talk to my people out there where when you get to talking about what you've been through, people in the family criticize you. They say that you're just doing too much. But what I've learned too, and I don't want to put a race on it, but in certain communities, there's this quote where what happens in this house stays in this house. I just got the chills as I just said that, bro. Because I've heard that so many times. What happens in this house stays in this house. And that's such a trauming quote. Because things that happen within the family, bro, some of those things hurt so bad that you need to vent, you need to talk, you need to let it out. And that is why I'm shooting this video, because I know if I'm experiencing this or I'm having to forgive my parents or go through some inner child healing, I know some of you guys out there are going through the same thing. But that quote I just told you guys, what stays in this house, what happens in this house stays in this house, is the most traumatizing quote ever, bro. Because you went through some darkness, man. You went through some pain. And families try to hide everything, try to make it seem like it ain't what it is. Many people have some messed up, parents. So I was trying to say grandparents, and everybody else, like the aunties, the uncles, try to cover it up. Like, no, we know grandma messed up, not my grandma, but I know some of you guys out there, you probably got some messed up grandpas, grandmas, aunties, moms, dads. But everybody else tries to cover this stuff up, make it seem like what you felt, like I said, within the household wasn't real. But it is real. And me telling you that, take the time to honor your spirit and say, hey, I've been through some pain and they treated me wrong and they must accept. This is another section of the video, is not everyone will accept the pain they have caused within you. And I said I was going to pick that back up, but it takes a level of maturity and a level of isolation to reflect on the things you've caused within a person's childhood or their experience. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not aiming to be perfect in this video, but I'm aiming to be real. Because some people, when they are parents or they're a guardian, they forget that, hey, you did some foul stuff, and you got to reflect on that. You might want to move forward in life, but you got to kind of backtrack, because this child of yours is still coping, still struggling to love themselves. And I believe that when you are a parent, you have a soul tie with your kid. I remember when I wanted to go out, my mom be like, nah, baby, you can't go out today. I'm like, why? I feel something in my spirit. And let it behold, the place I was about to go to got shot up, or a big accident or something happened. So there's a connection between you and your kids, right? So whenever you try to move forward, you wonder why you can't. It's because you haven't dealt with this. It's like a contract, bro. It's like a soul contract in my eyes. If you ain't really healed that, your life will forever be destructive, meaning messed up, until you go and you heal that part, and then that's when you can be freed, man. Because your kids, they have really no influence on you guys' relationships, man. And I'm talking to my people out there, bro. You have no influence on your moms and dad relationships or grandparents relationships. I mean, they was already toxic before you came here. They was already arguing before you came here. You just didn't see it until you became aware of to see it. But it was always there. So if you're watching this video, take your time, heal, reflect, and know that you're worthy of love, true love. And don't be afraid to speak out, y'all. Like I said, don't let that quote hold you back. What stays in this house, what happens in this house stays in this house. Don't take that quote as truth. That is so traumatizing. Get therapy, get help, call up a friend, vent how you feel, because that's healthy. It is unhealthy for things to happen within the family and you never talk about it, you never speak out, because you listen to that quote, what happens in this house stays in this house. It's traumatizing to a kid. But to any parents out there watching this video, I didn't aim to disrespect you, but I'm aiming to give you a better way of seeing your kids and what you have caused. And I'm pretty sure we've caused some pain too. Don't get me wrong. I know I have. Hey, your boy wasn't perfect. But on the bigger note, man, we just learned from our parents. We are examining them, and yeah, I just hope this video touches a lot of people, man. So comment down below. I'm healing from my inner child wounds. I'm healing from my inner child. And then somebody down below say, I do not accept what happens in this house and stays in this house. I just want to see if you guys made it to this far in the video, okay? But I love you guys so much. Don't forget, your boy do have a website, so go down and book a session with me. If you don't see the link, it's because I'm either off or I forgot to put it. You know, things happen. But it is in my other videos, so if you just want to go check those out and click the link, go ahead. But yeah, I love you guys so much. See you in the next video. Peace.